Hey yo, how you doing, guys? It's me, the 1AJ, representing 1/5 of them boys, the Ministry of Wrestling. So you know what that means. We're here. Now, why are we here? Because we went to a show and we promised that if we go to a show, we'll review a show. This show is literally days away from being 1 month old, but still going to review it for many reasons. One, because it was an awesome show. Two, because I feel like people need to know about this a bit more. Yes, I am talking about Hustle Wrestling's Shoreditch Slamdown. Now, why do I feel people need to know about this? Because I feel Hustle has an awesome crowd, an absolutely awesome crowd. But you're too used to a Tuesday or a Thursday. How can you not enjoy wrestling on a Friday, guys? Wrestling on a Friday night is absolutely awesome. And every now and again, Hustle treat us to that. So you know what? It may not be in the Colour Factory, which is all kinds of awesome, but you can have a really good time down in Shoreditch as well. So, you know, they are down at Rich Mix. I was going to say studio. I believe it's Rich Mix Studio. Anyways, Rich Mix, and it's just around the corner. They seem to enjoy the overground line because, yes, once again, you have to take the overground to get to either of their shows. But it's just a few minutes down the road, and you are in for a treat. And Shoreditch Slamdown 2, as far as I'm concerned, because I saw the first one and I've been to the second one, and both times have treated me. Now, honestly, the first match of the night was the returning man himself, the man who'd been out of the game for a while, as far as I'm concerned. I'd like to say a friend of the ministry, reason being, when we first started our Instagram page, we used to get a lot of love from this guy. I am talking of none other than Sid Scala, who took on world's favourite superstar, or so he'd like to think, James Ellis. And what a match. This is the first time I've actually been able to see Sid perform or live. I need to do a bit more NXT UK, I'm going to be honest. But seeing Sid actually perform was really awesome, and having the crowd behind him was awesome too. Like, there's a lot of love for Sid, and rightfully so. There's a lot that Sid does for the industry. As you know, he was a trainer. He was part of the management team there, at least on screen for NXT UK. So there's a lot out there, and to see him back in the ring and doing his thing was absolutely awesome. There was a lot of banter over what part of Wales was better, just to wind up good old James Ellis, Mr. Brilliance himself. But yeah, solid match, great comeback for Sid Scala, and ultimately the victory went Sid's way. So congratulations to you, Sid. Can't wait to see what more you got in the bag. And thank you for all that you do. And James, welcome to Hustle Wrestling. They're not an easy crowd, are they? But hope to see you back as well, because you know what? Yeah, you may be a heel, but you do deliver the brilliance, my friend. Right, so on to our second match, and you may have seen this person before many a time surrounding the ring, entering the ring, but they have never wrestled in the ring. But you see, this is why you need to make your way down to Shoreditch, guys, because you got to see the debut of Spencer Paul. Yeah, Spencer Paul took on Tinos in quite an exciting match. And do you know what made it even more interesting? You've seen the review shows, you've seen the prediction shows. I'm losing, so maybe this is why I got this wrong. But you see a debuting star, you think the cat's in the bag. It's Spencer Paul's victory. Not tonight. No. It was Tinos's victory. He was able to get the beat down, get the win, and defeat Spencer. Now, Spencer wasn't too happy, but that didn't stop Tinos from celebrating, and rightly so. You win a match, you celebrate. However, the celebration was cut short. No affiliation to Spencer Paul, but the three lions themselves, Fabio Romano, Freddie Blackstone, and the Supreme Leader, Rocco Garcia, made their way down and delivered a beat down to Tinos. And not only did they deliver a beat down, they started to shave his head. So yes, Tinos had been shaved, not even shaved, cut. They started cutting hair. It wasn't that they got the shears out, they got the scissors out and started cutting away at his hair and continuing on the beat down. But thankfully, former member or forced member Adriano, Cassius, and Donny Rivaro made their way down to make the save and save Tinos. And with that, an exciting match was announced. The Three Lions versus Adriano, Cassius, and Donny Rivaro. Boy, were we pumped for that. That was an exciting match to look forward to. On to match 3, and this one was really exciting I was really excited for Big Tone and Dendertech on this one. Why? Because all of us missed the last Hustle show, and none of us got to see Rain Leverkusen perform. I was lucky enough to see her perform down at Eve. These guys had not seen her, but I also had the excitement to see the former Hustle Wrestling Sheriff in a match, and she was taking on Vinny Kamaru. And you know what? Yeah, you could see why the guys were excited, because Rain, bring the rain. Yes, as much as Vinny would like to put the beat down on Rain, which he did, don't get me wrong, there was a beat down that took place, but ultimately Rain done what Rain done, and Rain done what Rain does, should I say, and that was secure the victory and leave Vinny down for the 1, 2, 3. Excuse me there. And yes, guys, that was your main event for the first half. So we were back from the intermission, and the match that was promised to us earlier is the match that took place next. The Three Lions, Rocco Garcia, Fabio Romano, and Freddie Blackstone took on the team of Cassius, Adriano, and Freddie Rivaro. You know what? It was a great match. I mean, 6-man tags are always exciting, and obviously we all know that the Three Lions just don't get no love. I know Tracksuit Dan has a bit of love for them. I also throw it up. I also do throw it up. But when you've got Cassius, Adriano, and Donny, it's kind of hard to really continue cheering for these guys. And they both sides delivered. It was a back and forth match that got really interesting. But however, a small implosion took place on the face side when Adriano and Cassius couldn't see eye to eye over something. Donny got knocked down, and the Three Lions got their win. And you could see the tensions continuing to build between the two faces that are Cassius and Adriano, who also, should we mention, we're going to be in the next Hustle show, the Countdown match, which is also something to look forward to from us as a review. Very big show that was there. So the tensions were there, and it made it seem that both of them have more of an agenda than just tagging up with each other. So do look out for what can come next on the Hustle Countdown match and show down at the Hackney Wick. Okay, now on to the next match. Now, another star that I have never seen perform versus one of the Ministry of Wrestling's favorites. Yes, we are talking Oscar Mike versus the rocker, Mr. EM0 himself, the holder of the clipboard, Ted Sabin. Ted's our favorite, and Oscar Mike was down there trying to do his bit. Now, guys, let's just make it clear. Ted's a clipboard holder. And why is he a clipboard holder? Because he is a man who can get it all done. And we were cheering for Ted. Everything was going that way. But surprise, surprise, Oscar Mike actually got the victory. So congratulations to you there, Oscar. Bit of a tricky one there. You beat the man, but hey, you got your victory all the same, and we congratulate you on that. Now, what is a show without a main event? Yes, guys, it was main event time as Hustle Wrestling champion Tate Mayfair took on international Noah star Yoshiki Inamura. Now, guys, yeah, this was a big match. This was a big match. The crowd were all over. They were all over this, all over it at all levels. And you know what? Everyone was down behind Yoshiki. There was a few Tate This Is Greatness out there because, hey, Tate does deliver greatness, but he deserves to be booed. And we all know that Mayfair's is a banker. Well, he doesn't work in a bank, so you can guess what I'm aiming at, keeping it clean. Absolute great show. Really good showing by Inamura, but unfortunately, he could not get the victory. And still, your Hustle Wrestling champion, Tate Mayfair. So, you know, as much as Tate was able to get his victory and get to show off with the crowd a bit as he normally does, it wasn't too great of a moment for him because out came the Three Lions once again. Because yes, Rocco Garcia is indeed involved in the countdown match and could be the next #1 contender for Tate Mayfair's. But guess what? So is Cassius, so is Adriano, and so is Rain Leverkusen, and all of them made their way down to put their stake in the ground and let Tate Mayfair's know that, you know what? It ain't as easy as you think. One of us could be your next contender. And you know who will be the next contender? Well, you have to tune into Hustle Wrestling and make your way down to the Countdown show. But guess what? The Countdown show is gone because I've admitted that this is 1 month old. So you may or may not know who your #1 contender is, but check out the review coming up. But more importantly, guys, what am I showing you? Top tier wrestlers such as Rain Leverkusen, Tate Mayfair, Yoshiki Inamura, debuts such as Spencer Paul, Ted Sabin, surprise victories, surprise losses. Why didn't you know about this? Because you weren't down in Shoreditch. You weren't down at Rich Mix for the Hustle show. You didn't see the Shoreditch Slamdown. So you know what? Shame on you. Shame on you for not being there. If you're a Hustle Wrestling fan, make sure you attend all of the Hustle shows. It doesn't matter on the location. Hustle Wrestling deliver the hustle. It's hustle time. You still have rest things down there doing their thing. And they're asking you, what time is it? Hustle time. Because it's always hustle time. It's still London. The time zone's still the same. The only time it's not hustle time is intermission time. The only other time it's not hustle time when it's main event time or it's time to go home. But when it's hustle time, it's hustle time. So make your way down to Hustle, guys. But with that, guys, I'm going to close this show showing nothing but love to Rest Things because you know what? Those guys do their thing and there's nothing but love to them. Shout out to every star that was down at the Shoreditch Slamdown, and thank you to the Hustle team because you guys are awesome. But guys, whether you've been to a Hustle show or not been to a Hustle show, I endorse you to check out a Hustle show for the first time. Rest Things make sure you're very looked after. They like to welcome the crowd and make sure that, you know, newcomers are being welcomed and blessed on that. But more importantly, guys, what I'm going to close it with is, you like wrestling? I like wrestling. The Ministry of Wrestling like wrestling. So let's talk wrestling. How are we going to talk wrestling? Comment below. Tell me to shut up. I was at Shoreditch Slamdown. What do you know, AJ? You were sitting next to me. Why are you dissing me? I weren't dissing you. I was dissing those that didn't make it. Comment whatever you want. Let us know how you feel about Hustle Wrestling. It's all about that. And more importantly, guys, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at Ministry of Wrestling. Connect with us. Follow, subscribe, click the links, ring the bell so you know when our new videos are out. And hit us up on MOW News on X, formerly known as Twitter. If you want to talk wrestling, we're here to talk wrestling, guys. So until the next time, I am the one AJ, and I will catch you soon. See ya.